Hello again, Steve here. I'm standing beside, it's called the Morristown Canyon. It's about, Morristown's a small town, about 100 miles maybe from Terrace, BC. For those of you who don't know where that is, to give you a reference point, about 100 miles or about 100 miles probably southeast of the southern tip of the Alaskan Panhandle, where I'm at. Beautiful spot, beautiful day, it's turning green. But this whole Skeena River sluices through a canyon right here. I'll just run down there and show it to you. You can hear my voice over the roar of it. It's pretty cool. Also, I wanted to share a few thoughts on what book I'm going through right now by Dale Carnegie, Stand and Deliver. But I just wanted to, I had to stop and have a look at this, and because I'm having a look at it, I figured I'd share it with you. Now there's some white water. Somebody wanted to ride a canoe down there, not kill themselves. See if I can get all the way down here. I think I can. It's real neat. Some horses up there too, up on the hill here. It's on leashes. Wow, cool. Quite a roar. So I can leave it out. Zoom out. Holy smokes. Yeah, that whole river. You can see the drop too, because the drop where I'm standing here, the water's higher, but it's sluicing down here pretty fast. Look at that rush. My goodness. It's all brown looking too, because there's quite a bit of melt coming off the mountains yet, taking silt with it. There's a big sign of do nots up on the hill there. I bet you one of them is do not walk down to the, to the canyon sluice. It's quite something. I don't know if this does it justice or not, but let me get a shot through here. It all sluices through a really, really narrow gut there too. Right there. That whole river right there squeezes through that little wee narrow. Got there about 15 feet wide or something. Crashing down. See if I can get a shot from the bridge later when I go back. The truck is parked up there. Anyway, I just wanted to share a few words on this. I was wondering, maybe I'll just sit down here on the rocks, see if you can hear outside of the roar. Go again. It's the water right behind me here. So anyway, yeah, I was talked about it a number of times how much I enjoy Toastmasters for the public speaking experience. I find that the confidence level goes up, and in terms of things that we can do that are immediately actionable in terms of improving the quality of our lives. If we can improve our confidence in life, so many of the things that we want, the relationships, the jobs, or whatever it is, or what we want to use our mentality and our physiology to go forward in life and achieve something, because we all do, right? Surely. I mean, even those who say they don't want anything, well, they still want, maybe it's not material, maybe it's just immaterial things like mental achievements, or learning a language, or finding friendships, all this sort of thing. If we can be more confident in just stepping forward for what we want, then I think we're going to be better off in terms of our quality of life. Now, one of the greatest fears, as we know, it's said over and over again, and most of us have experienced it, is stepping up in front of people for some reason. There's this aversion that many people have, and it's greater than almost the fear of death itself. But it's a subconscious thing. The subconscious apparently doesn't know the difference between I find I have to talk really, really loud here. I'm going to move down and behind these rocks a bit. So I don't know if you can hear me at all. So, yeah, so if we can, so the subconscious aspect of us doesn't seem to know what is a real dangerous situation and what is just something that's we're feeling subconsciously. So for example, if there was a wild cougar over there, I don't know if there's any other kind, but if there was a cougar over there, I would feel fear, I suppose, but very legitimately, because my body would and that fear would pump in a bunch of chemicals like Lang's talked about, or whatever they are, into the bloodstream to cause a physiological effect, and therefore I might be able to run faster or something like this, right? But if it's something that you just want to talk to the, you know, at somebody's wedding or at the PTA meeting or something like that, nothing's really going to happen, you know. But nevertheless, we can still have that fear response and be completely debilitated by it. And apparently we can actually, and I've experienced this before myself, where there can actually be a physiological effect where it can't actually talk. And the muscles on the face can even go weird. It can really be extremely debilitating. There was a guy actually that came to our Toastmasters Club not long ago, and he was telling us that he wanted to, you know, improve his or sort of reduce that fear effect that he had. And he remembered that there was one experience that he had in life which basically ruined him in terms of public speaking. He wants to overcome that. He had promised to do this presentation. He got in front of this group and he completely froze. And ever since then, he has that same response when he even thinks about standing up like that. So he wants to get beyond that. So anyways, if you're not able to come to something like Toastmasters, I'd recommend this book by Dale Carnegie. It's called Stand and Deliver, because it's basically a breakdown of the essentials that you need, that, or not necessarily you need, but that are helpful. Things like getting to know yourself, like who are you normally like? Why do you have to be somebody else on the stage? You know, how to prepare your topic, how to deliver the topic, and you know, what kind of props to use that'll help you and this sort of thing, and how to get to know who you're talking to, or the importance of getting to know who you're talking to, the importance of eye contact and how to actually do the eye contact. All these little skills, they're not really, not one of them is completely essential. It's just like a bag of tools, right? Well, if we don't have a lot of experience but we want to overcome something, like if we want to change the tire on our car and we don't have a tire iron, it's pretty hard to do it. It's the same with if we're wanting to do something different that we've never done before. We don't have little tricks and so on. It's just, we're just reinventing everything. And it's not like we're going to just use somebody else's template all the time, but to get started, to use something that's been time tested is valuable. And a guy like Carnegie, who's been, you know, a masterful example of this for many, many years, whatever he says is certainly of some value. So I'd recommend it anyway, because it's one of those things that we can, along with things like eating right, you know, exercising, doing our best to say hello to people and smile at people, all these things that we can do that are actionable in the moment, that will help us with our quality of life experience. I think right up there, near the top of that, is learning a little bit about public speaking, because we're doing it so often every day, unless we're a recluse, right? Even if it's not standing up in front of a crowd, but just you know, impromptu speaking. Somebody asks us something on the side of the road, we either just, you know, 2 words or not say anything, or we roll on for 10 minutes, like I did at the coffee chat at the time. 40 minutes kind of blew it. So much for me talking about this. But if we can sort of condense what we're going to say it clearly with eye contact in a, you know, as brief a time as possible, and boom, it's done. It's all of a sudden, every time we do that, we do it over and over and over again, we gain confidence in that aspect of our lives. What I've noticed is gaining confidence in one area of life spills over into other areas of life. And confidence goes up. So, and it adds confidence, then adds to the quality of life. So I'm just going to walk around, take a couple of pictures, and if I have a chance to post them, I'll do that as well. All right, Steve here again. Nice talking, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye for now.